Hi, I am OrbAttraction here, holding space for communication and healing with spirit. Had another restful night listening to tones. I'm not sure exactly which one I listened to, but it's the hertz, and there's 9 of them. And then I woke this morning with tightness in my right side, and I remembered Leanne. She was a dear massage, deep tissue massage therapist in North Idaho, and she taught me some things, and I was very grateful for her this morning to have taught me some things. And I worked with my body, and I got so much relief. My muscles, tendons, all of it, just what's been bottled up for so long. I've had 3 right hip surgeries. Oh gosh, it's my poor body. Anyways, I feel a lot of relief um, with those adjustments through the night with this these tones I listen to. Sorry, I'm not quite versed on all of it, but you can find them on YouTube. Hertz, different. I don't even know a specific number to give you, but 75 hertz or whatever, just look that up. So I have a new deck. Yes, I do. Oracle of the Sacred Horse by Kathy Pike and artwork by Laurie Prindle, it looks like. Gorgeous deck. Look at the back of the cards. Just so beautiful. And here's the box. Gorgeous. Just lovely. I'm very, very much so attracted to horses. Okay, these are the cards. After reading the introduction and stuff, and how Kathy wants you to work the cards, I did, as she suggested, lay them out and feel where, with your left, your non-dominant hand, and where the card, where spirit wants you to pick a card. And I did that. And oddly enough, I saw this one card a couple of times while shuffling. It's a large deck. So the Black Unicorn, a force to be reckoned with. Gorgeous. Just gorgeous. I'm just in awe of the art. And as I'm shuffling and putting my intent into receiving cards, I asked about ancestral healing and how I could better understand the process of healing such attachments that are not mine. So it was quite fascinating. Anyways, let me read these cards that came yesterday. So I did pull these yesterday, and I decided just to do them this morning. Even though over here I have Earth Warriors Oracle that wants me to pull today as well. So let's see. Okay, the keywords here: determination, ruthlessness, and bounty. Okay, the magnificent unicorn emerges from the night, bringing rich abundance. Crimson flowers and hints of autumn foliage around him, golden lavender adorned. Doves greet him with delight. Black unicorn sparkles and glows as the magic of his being brings everything around to his life. He is a bringer of healing, change, bountiful rewards, and joyous celebrations after a period of great work. So you got to do your work. You can't ask for knowledge and you do nothing about it. You know, you still got to, like the indigenous creator, I watched his video about prayer, and he mentioned how you have to meet spirit halfway, right? You can't just ask for prayer and just wait for it to happen. You have to do your own work, your good work, right? It goes on to say, you may think Black Unicorn was born into prosperity. This is far from the truth. And I think about me and this lifetime, and I just like, yeah, I know. He is an intelligent and unique creature, unlike any other. At this time, he has been ruthless and unrelenting. He represents fearlessness, dedication, and a willingness to bring a destruction where needed. Black Unicorn creates a gateway into higher consciousness and moves through dimensions at will. He is a force to be reckoned with. So that's just telling me that his spirit is so strong that he's going to come with such force to guide you, to support you. There goes my burps and hiccups, excuse me. But you still have to meet that spirit right where they are, in that fine line between them both, to do your good works here. You can't just lay back and wait for things to happen. Drawing Black Unicorn, it means you may be reaching a limit in your life. You may be experiencing chaos, exhaustion, or feeling burdened by life. Perhaps you fear you can fall further into the abyss. This mighty being has come to your aid. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Out of what, I don't even know, 44 or 45 cards maybe. That's amazing. However, his healing power may not be so gentle, right? It says he's a force to be reckoned with. He is here to support you so that you can engage your tendency and transform your life. You are close, but there is more work to be done. Indeed, Spirit. Thank you. Stay the course, it says. This is no time to give up, Laura. Look closely at where you are attempting to create change. Right in my ancestral lineage is what is needed. It says, reaching for something new using old tactics may be the cause of your frustration. Now, for me, I haven't dug in too deep because of the darkness that my mother brought into my life, because she was my mother. And I'm not sure, I've talked to this with my therapist, I'm not sure how deep it goes. I know her mother, my grandmother, I have this image, and I said it the other day, of being in Ojai, California, in the orange groves, and something was happening in the house, and we were all outside running around, my siblings and me, but there was something. So I'm not quite sure, and I want to be prepared with tools before I totally engage, if that makes sense. I'm just like, I still struggle with it, but I will get there. I know this. I know that this is my duty to my family. right? I feel right now that this is a duty and an honor to do this healing. I just feel this so deep. It goes on to say, you have the power to be whoever you wish to be and the right to create abundance in your life. Engage ruthlessness to reach your goals while also maintaining your connection with others. And that's the connection I'm trying to bring my spirituality and spirit and loving and all of that goodness with the world that I have to be in. It's finding that beautiful balance. It says, consider how you can help, heal, and invite others on your journey by the example you set. Oh my goodness, see? And this is what I'm trying to do. Because if I can do this, oh my gosh, anyone can do it. I believe in my heart. If you just stay open to the process. Yeah, it's scary and dark and very painful, but who else can do it for you? No one. You know. Your drive is fueled by your ability to then express generosity. When you reach your bounty, share freely. I love that. Gather your fortitude and leap ahead. Fear not. The magic of Black Unicorn is here to help you. I love that. And then here it has some questions. It says, is there an area in your life that feels heavy, exhausting, or where you feel you cannot move forward? Right? And that's where the strength of being a warrior on this planet, and I'm getting spirit worm. I'm going to crack that. We've had a windstorm here in the Vegas area, so my wind chimes, everything's blowing all over the place. Furniture, it's just patio furniture, it's all a mess. But yeah, that's where the exhaustion of my body. Trying to be back in the world when I know my place is here, learning and healing with spirit. So, and the other question is, where could you be more determined into gathering all the tools needed for me to have in my tool belt box, whatever. I see a belt for me that I can use when I'm in fear or feel doubt or weakness, if you will. Another question, could you take a cosmic leap to align yourself with your wants and dreams? Indeed, I can. I can, and I feel like I'm doing that. How can you include others in your adventure? Well, by sharing my experience, right, and my vulnerability to anyone who wants to hear it. And you're invited, you know, by spirit. And another question, how do you plan to share your bounty? Well, here, and whoever wants to hear from me, you know, and is that it? 37, 38. Okay. Well, that was really cool. I'm gonna love these cards. So this is the card I received with my non-dominant hand. And out of all the cards, this one. What I did, I spread them out, and some of them were clumped. So I just felt not over here, but here, and not here. And then I just pulled a card, and there was actually stuck. This one was stuck. When I flipped it over, I just knew that was the card. So I separated them and chose this card. My shadow card, and these are the cards on the bottom that give you the overall vibe of all of it, all of the happenings. It is Black Pearl of Wisdom, the Great Space Holder. How freaking gorgeous. Oh my god, I'm gonna love these. Nom, 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 nom. How freaking gorgeous is that card? Lovely. It's lovely. And that is, oh, it doesn't have a number, so I guess they're like alphabetical, which makes it easier to find. Okay. The keywords here are reverence, uniqueness, and neutrality. Okay. Black Pearl is an imposing being. He's thick, wavy mane, stretches almost to the ground. Well, usually long and elegantly flowing black hair or feathers adorn his footlocks. He stands steady on the land and possesses an aura of deep ancient knowing. He converses his energy and seldom chooses to move faster than needed, but brings thunder to the land when he does. And interesting enough, after I read this yesterday, I had horse. I'm not sure. I watched some creators, and oh my gosh, I can't even think which one I had on. But as I'm finishing this and pausing in thought, I look up and it shows a black horse in the field, and it actually had lightning bolts coming down. I took a picture of it, a couple of them, and one came out really good. I actually caught the lightning bolt with the black horse in the picture, but it's just I didn't even realize what I had read earlier yesterday because I finished all of it. That's amazing. I mean, it was lightning, but thunder brings the lightning, so I just got that connection, so that's pretty cool. Okay, tremendously patient and quite observant, Black Pearl understands that every horse, human, and creature of the earth is divine and unique in style and desire. Black Pearl's presence gives you hope and encourages an inner independence on life's mysterious journey. Ooh. Black Pearl is of ancient bloodline. Oh my gosh. I mean, bloodline. I'm asking for ancestral. Like, how can I know the shadows, the darker parts of me, right? Wow. And his genetic heritage has witnessed many expressions of humanity. I can't make this shit up. Wow. From this deep knowledge comes neutrality and an acceptance for others that may have not experienced for themselves nor been able to muster for others. Holy guacamole, Laura. This old soul sees life through a different lens than the ordinary human. Ooh. Wow. His calm and gentle thoughtfulness evokes awe and reverence in the hearts of others. I'm feeling that right now for myself. Wow. Today it says Black Pearl encourages you to see every living being divinely unique. created for its purpose and expression. Each being has their own values, spiritual beliefs, and views about how to live, right? And I am seeing that for my children, right? Because it took me 59 years to finally come to spirit and to accept all of me, all the knowings. My children aren't there yet, right? How can I expect them to want my help? I talked about this yesterday with my therapist because I want to help them heal whatever they're going through, whatever they're still carrying from maybe my words I spoke in frustration of being a mother. You know how life is. I could have been a lot softer, right? So I want to heal them, but how can I expect them to accept my spirituality when I'm just now accepting it? Does that make sense? So this is what I just got out of that just now. Okay, it says, remember not to take people's differences personally. Right? I'm trying, spirit. Doing so can create feelings of sadness, rejection, or anger, right? Because that was I yesterday. And I shared like the messages that I put out to my children, and they weren't forceful or anything. I'm just letting them know I'm here for you without any freaking judgment. I didn't say freaking, but without judgment. I am just here for whatever your needs may be. In this aspect of spirituality, healing, you know, whatever their need is. That's where I was going with all that. So, in time, and I know they'll see the change in me, in my patience. Yes, I never prayed for that raising my kids. I just, because I felt like when I asked for patience, I just got more on my plate. It goes on to say Black Pearl offers a balance of active masculine and intuitive and more passive feminine energies. He is not accommodating or sensitive, nor is he inconsiderate, dominant, or forced on his goals at the expense of others. And that's where I am right now. And I've been like that for many years. I can't force the situation that I'm not directly involved with. Like my children, they have their own relationships, their own life happening. Yeah, they're a part of me, but I'm not in the immediate part of their intimacy life. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of like, I can't force shit that Laura wants upon them. I can pray, ask Spirit to guide them to what's needed in their life, right? And that's all I can do. That's what I'm going to be doing and have done. So it says his reverence for life's many expressions keep him enthralled by the wonder of others. Connected with his heart, he understands that judgment only creates separation. See? Right? I don't want the separation. I want to ease, everybody to have ease and calm, right? Ancient wisdom is his gift and lessons for you. He comes to you with the knowledge that is neutral, open-hearted. Open heart brings far more to life than intolerance. See? Lovely. To preserve his spiritual expression and connection, he takes nothing personally outside of his being. I'm still working on that. I'm still human and have the thinking mind. But I'm telling you, it's in its works. I feel it coming on. Black Pearl has great resolve on this matter and wishes you to consider the same practice. Oh my goodness. Whether children cling to his legs, I was telling my therapist this yesterday. I feel like I've done an excellent job raising my children. All four of them are self sufficient, hardworking, really can stand alone on their own, and I see that. I am very proud of me. Yes, I could have been a little softer and easier, but it is what it is, and I'm learning from the lessons, right? Being softer as I get older and learning that for myself, and therefore showing my children another easier, softer way of being. But my two younger ones, they would actually fight to sit next to me, or be near me. Shopping cart, they would all fight like what side to be on. So Hunter would be over here and Abby would be over here. But I just felt like they just cling to me like I needed cling free. But I would say, cut the cord, the umbilical cord. It's like, so that is speaking words, because your words are like swords, double-edged swords, you know. So with my humorous, sarcastic way, I guess, you know, cut the cord. It's like, I didn't mean it for harm, but can you see how maybe my children took it as harm? Like, not like I didn't want nothing to do with them, like, but just cut the cord, guys. Like, cut the cord, give me some space. It's like, and all they wanted was me, 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 you know? So that's what this, I feel, is saying. Like, clinging to his legs, you know? Yeah. If I could go back and do it all over again, we all would. But anyways, it says, whether children cling to his legs, plastic bags blow overhead, dogs suddenly bark, or lightning strikes with an ear-piercing clap. And that brings me back to the wild horses I was watching, and how it had a black horse, and I didn't realize till I was all done reading yesterday. And then the lightning strikes were, and I was like, okay, horse, move. Like, I didn't want it to get hit. That's what I was like, okay, you're beautiful, but move away from the lightning. Black Pearl remains center and balanced. See, now my body and all, keeping it all in, my nervous system is at its highest internally. So any noise and dogs barking, I would cling, like door slamming, it would just startle the heck out of me. I'm getting better. But this is like, wow. The words, and it's like this book just came yesterday. It's like, I love the way Spirit shows me in these words and in the imaging and all of the synchronicities. It's just so beautiful. In honoring others while being steadfast and solid in his being, Black Pearl is a great space holder for unconditional acceptance for all. And that's what I'm trying to be. I don't need to know all of the details. I don't. I don't want to know, because I take shit on that's not mine. So keep me out of the details, but just be open hearted to receiving the messages I can give you through my oracle decks. And yes, even my tarot. But I'm like all over these oracle decks. It's on a deeper healing spiritual journey and quest. It's just, wow, I just love it. Okay, it goes on to say, as part of the mystery of life, every being differs from you in some form or another. Show up exactly as you are without apology. I'm learning. I apologize for things, and I'm trying not to be that person. Inner strength, Laura, allows you to be vulnerable and open. Oh my God. I know, and I'm doing this because Spirit's got my back. I am so vulnerable, sharing all of me here through these videos. Whew. Okay. It says your size, color, and shape, intelligence, strengths, and weaknesses are all integrate parts of your expression and offering. Like I said in other videos, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I fully understand that. But I will be somebody's shot of tequila. I promise you. It says, how others decide to receive, interpret, and engage with you is more about them than you, right? Okay, I'm going to close this. It's getting, I thought the windstorm was going to die down. That is so funny. It is about other people. And we as humans have to learn that, right? I'm still trying to be at peace with that other people's words and actions, desires, all of it, it's all for them. It has nothing to do with us, but we take those hurt feelings, whatever said or done, and we we hold on to that. We hold on to it like it's ours, like my ancestral heritage. I have no idea what's coming, what I'm getting myself into. And this is why I'm listening to all walks of life, to use all the tools in my tool belt that will assist me in my transistence as I'm going to try to heal all that and come back, you know? Yeah, I can see it. So it says, tune into the ancient wisdom of Black Pearl to discover and honor reverence for all life. Learn to embrace your uniqueness and the divine expression of every living being. And the questions are, when do you allow the judgments of others to affect you? Way too freaking much and long and hard. And like, why have I thought in this lifetime that everything everybody's feels and shit, and it's mine? Why? I still do that with my friends, like Shauna. She's all, don't own this, Laura. Don't don't take this on. It's got nothing to do with you. I'm like, okay, wipe it off. I mean, it's like, really, I've been this person. No wonder my body and my nervous system was all effed up. I mean, holy shit, I've done this to myself. And I can laugh about it instead of crying. I've done so much crying these 7 years of being in bed. Yikes. Okay, let it go, Laura. See, I'm just feeling tight, and I've worked the spirits worked all night releasing some of my tension and adjustments. So breathe it out. How do you create, another question, how do you create separation by judging others? How do you create separation by judging others? Okay, well, Spirit brought this to mind. Like, if I don't like someone's behavior or the way they non-verbally like, what is it called? Ghosting now? I don't know. But it's like I get, okay, well, maybe they don't want to hear from me. So I back off. So that's the separation. And I'm judging. They've got busy lives, right? Like my children. They're out there living the world like I did when I was their age. So bad on me, but I'm learning. Another question: how do you practice respect and reverence for others' expressions of life? And like I said earlier, that I know that they have their own life and their own intimacy and their own little tribe circle that they're creating for them, right? So I'm acknowledging, I see that and I feel it, and I'm honoring that and trying not to be too pushy or needy and wanting them. I'm kind of like giving them space so they'll come when they're ready, right? Okay, another question: when do you focus on your thoughts and actions of others instead of your inner serenity? What I'm just saying, right? I am so concerned on why my children, let's say, don't respond or don't need me, or, all of that bullshit. That is me, my human thoughts, my thinking mind, my humanness, wanting that from them. There's got to be a fine line. We got to meet, just like I got to meet spirit halfway and do the hard work. I am doing my work, and I know that they're busy in life, and when they're ready, you know. So I'm surrendering all of my, what is it, neediness and wanting from them, right? I'm not quite sure. I'm working this out with my therapist and trying to, just like, be with me, Laura. It's me time. And I've never been that person. So it's kind of hard for me to focus on me and all of my needs. But this is why I've been put in bed. I know this down to my soul. And just now I just started, wah, when Jen, the astrologer for the Mystics with Jen, when she read my chart in the beginning of December of 2025, holy crap, I was freed from the bondage I forced down inside of me with my own chains. And she found the key. She has the freaking key. I love keys. She has the key to open up everything I saw this entire life. And some say once you cross that threshold, you can't go back, like in the spiritual. And that's fine. I'm all for it, because I have a relief come upon me after Jen did my birth chart reading. I have such a relief. Like, it's like no other. I can't explain it besides just a relief. I feel so relieved that what she saw was true. And I didn't even have to tell her nothing about me. Nothing. She just saw it with my birth time and my birth date. Oh my gosh, and where I was born. She's like, holy shit, this is deep and strong. And it's like, I know, girl, I'm so sorry. I'm like, cover yourself. I'm not shitting you, man. I just love Jen so much. She's amazing. Okay, last question: how can you hold space in your body and mind while chaos plays out around you? Um, well, I think I just answered that without knowing, but having your birth chart read has utterly changed my whole perspective and the misunderstanding I had about me my whole life. If that makes sense. It's just, whoo. Yeah, I really thought I was being haunted. I really did. I thought I was being tormented by spirit. And yeah, the evil spirits do know I'm a conduit. So I've been attracting all of everything without knowing that there's a lighter side, a healing side, a loving side of it. Woo! And with Jen giving me that birth chart reading, I am all for it. It was worth the money. I want my children to do it. Now, she suggests not doing for younger in their 20s and stuff because they got their whole life to live. But I do have a 46-year-old. Well, I think he's going to be 46. Holy guacamole, Laura. Yeah, I had him very young, and my second oldest son just turned 36 on the 15th. So, they can, and my oldest said he would be willing to do it. His comment was, it's not going to change my life like it has yours. Okay. Okay, if you say so. I just left it alone. Okay, Josh. Oh, I had an adjustment in my right hip. Yay. Okay. This is going to be a long video. I'm sorry. Woo. Okay, my second shadow card is so gorgeous in itself. Canyon Dancer. Break free of old bonds. At first, when I saw it, I thought it said bones, but it's bonds. How effing gorgeous. How gorgeous. And it speaks, because I read it yesterday, it speaks about, if you can see it, he has his whole ancestral lineage painted on him. Wow. And look at the sun in the back. The feathers. It'll all make sense. Wow, that adjustment was tremendous in my leg. I can still feel it. See, I'm releasing all of what I took on in this life. All of it. Okay, Canyon Dancer. Woo wee, Laura. Okay, here we go. The key words: ancestors, beliefs, and leap forward. I can't make this shit up. Whoa. I don't ever look at all the imaging and read them prior. There's some cards in my older decks I haven't even seen. And that's okay. I want what Spirit wants for me in the freaking moment. I don't want to have a vision of cards that I might possibly need, because you can do that to yourself. I don't want to do that. I am open-hearted, open-minded, and whatever cards I receive are the cards. Like yesterday, I got reverse cards. A lot of people don't like reverse cards. They're just there to point out, maybe put a little more attention on this, right? I mean, that's all it's for. It's not to bring any freaking harm to you. You know what I mean? It's all for your highest good. Believe me. Okay, Laura, let's read on. Canyon Dancer. Gorgeous. Ugh. Canyon Dancer carries the image of the canyon lands. Didn't know that was a word. Okay. And his herd on his coat. Turkey feathers dangle from his neck as the red sun and eagle feathers behind him support his transition. Woo-wee. Even as he takes a quantum leap forward. Wasn't this card saying quantum to quantum leap? Into the new horizons. Like new horizons, like I'm wanting. Oh my goodness. He carries the memories of his life with him. like in my body, my whole life, right? And I'm getting adjustments. Wow. It is time for him to leave his herd and bond into the world to create his destiny. Okay, and that's what I've done, and that's what my children are doing, right? It says you carry more history within your cells, like my nervous system, than the years you have been on this planet. Okay, so I have created such chaos and fear of the spirit realm and all of that, not knowing the lighter side of it, but like ancestral over here. What in the heck did my ancestors do? Like what did they see in their life? Because I don't know who is doing the darker side of the spirit realm. Like Ephesians 6:12 says, it like our fight isn't against flesh and blood, it's against the evil authorities on this world in the heavenly realms and everything. It's huge and it's big and it's real. I know this to my core. Okay, the memories of your ancestors have been handed down through centuries and live in your DNA. Okay, it's like it didn't. I just okay. I'm just saying, any cards could have came to me, right? I did ask about easier ways and show me how I can be not fearful and stuff about digging into my ancestral lineage. I mean, and it's speaking about this right here. I am floored, amazed, but spirit never ceases to amaze me. It's just so beautiful. Some of these stored memories may be activated and play out in your life, while others remain unconscious, right? For good reason. I don't have the tools yet because little Laura still has a little fear of what's over there on that side, right? The history and the memories of your ancestors lives are part of you, regardless of whether you are aware of them or not, right? Okay. There are wisdoms and limitations within cellular memories, like your celery, your cell system, your body. How you, your parents, and your grandparents were raised are part of the lineage. Rituals, beliefs, ways of living, and teachings were passed to each new generation. See, and my mother was showing me the dark forces, the dark way of the spiritual realm. And little Laura didn't want anything to do with that. I knew it was so wrong and so bad and so evil as a little girl. And that's why I ran from spirit. Your tremendous history can bring a weight of responsibility, expectations, and conformity. Reviewing where you came from will free you to walk your true path. See? I know it. Canyon Dancer invites you to honor all that your ancestors express, to determine what to leave behind and what you will carry forward. And spirit is like, I got spirit warmth. I'm onto something here. It is time to break free, Laura, of any bonds that hold you back. Thank you, Spirit. Like Canyon Dancer, you are no longer required to remain within the collective you were born into. Yikes, that is so wonderful to hear. And I realized that when Jen did my birth chart reading. She confirmed everything I felt and known my whole entire life. And look at what Spirit is doing, healing, showing me another way of freeing me from the bondages, right? Look deeply, it says, at all you have learned from your ancestors. You may bless them for all they have given you and honor them by extending gratitude in person, through letter writing or meditation. Acknowledging those who have helped you on the journey, both in spirit and physically, will free you to take the giant step you are now ready to take. I love this. I'm gonna cry. It's like Spirit. Ooh, we. Oh man, that is beautiful. You can transcend, Laura, any aspects of yourself that no longer feel authentic to you. Isn't that freeing? Oh my gosh. I feel my body just sinking into the chair. With free will, you can choose to leave behind any ancestral conditioning that limits who or how you wish to be. Woo, lovely. Making conscious choices about your contributions to family lines honors your roots and evolves your bloodline. Wow. Past, present, and future, right? I mean, our grandkids, our great grand, all of it. This is so beautiful. This is a new world. And the ways of the ancestors may no longer support strength and growth. They may be sorrow as you consider this, but there is also hope. Ask whether the beliefs installed in you are true for you. Leave behind those that limit you and carry forward with those supporting you. Canyon Dancer is here to remind you of where you came from and where you wish to be. Align yourself so that you can evolve in the ways of your choosing. Oh my goodness. It's giving me permission. I'm in awe. My right ear is just constantly popping. The intense red sun behind Canyon Dancer fills him with the energy he needs. The sun is a reminder of the desires that are ignited or wish to be ignited within you. Lovely. The spirit of the eagle speaks of leadership and achievement. Ground yourself in ancestral wisdom and support and rise from what has been to all that calls you forth. Okay, I had to read that twice yesterday too. It just didn't make wording, but ground yourself in ancestral wisdom and support and rise from what has been to all that calls you forth. Okay. Whether your flight is big or small, reach high and hold a vision of a better tomorrow. As the world changes, it beckons you to change also. Feel it calling you? Canyon Dancer. I'm so smiling, I can't even read right now. Wow. Canyon Dancer. Here I go again. I can't stop smiling. Okay. Canyon Dancer and the Mighty Eagle are with you every step of the way, Laura. Woo! Such empowerment, man. The questions are, is part of your ancestral lineage holding you back? I would think so. Yes. Yes. Yikes. What might be possible if you release those beliefs and ways of being? Such more freedom. Just freedom from shit that was never mine to begin with, right? and things that I put on me and accepted and took from others that was never mine anyways. You know, the way people speak to you, you take that on. Life, the way it treats you, the world, how it, you know, just all of it. We accept it. Why? Yuck. I'm like, take your own shit back. What is the next question is, what is your evolutionary path? Good question. Is getting what, me right? Me on the track for all the healing that is possible, right? The next question, what beliefs can you release to propel you forward? What beliefs can you release to propel you forward? Well, what I just said is stop taking on what isn't yours. Leave it to the others. Like, put that healing white light orb around you that can't penetrate you. Like, I put on the armor of God every morning in the shield. The shield is there to deter the devil's flaming arrows, but it's there. I'm starting to use it for my thoughts, right? My human mind, my thinking mind that turns around and brings emotions to me, right? So I need to remember through the blood of Jesus, I have the power to fight off even my thoughts that bring emotions to me that I don't want anymore. And the thoughts are all of the shit I've taken on in this life, right? That I can't fix and control, and all of that, all of it, right? Last question. What power can you muster to follow your heart into a new adventure? What power can you muster to follow your heart into a new adventure? I'm mustering up all kinds of healing, all kinds of tools from all walks of life. And that is going to be so empowering to me, for my work, what I need to do to clean up all of my shadows. And I may have said this in yesterday's video, but the light always makes shadows, right? Like, I put you can see the shadow of my arm, right? But the shadow, the darkness can never come and swallow the light. No, 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 no. The light is so powerful. The goodness, the love is so much more powerful than any dark can ever put upon me or you, right? I mean, that's a belief I'm standing with, right? Use all of your tools that are here for you to use. You might not be able to see them for God's sakes, but you can feel them. It's all about what you feel within you, not what other people feel and want, the naysayers and all of it. Block it out however you can. You'll get butt hurt, I'm sure, but how is that working for you? Right? It's not. It didn't work for me either. So, holy guacamole, that was beautiful. I love this deck so much already. And I like, how in the world? It's just amazing. And when I say how, like, I really don't need to know the hows. I really don't. Or the whys, right? It's just mind blowing. I don't know how many of these cards will be ancestral. I have no idea, right? These are the first 3 cards I received. But it's exactly what I needed. I asked Spirit to show me. And I believe I got tools right now that can help me I have more to learn, but I'm starting. It's like it's all coming together for me at this time to do what I need to do. And let's see, how long has this been recorded? An hour. Holy guacamole. Okay, so I'll come back and do this. I pre-shuffled, but I want you all to see how spirit works. Okay, and I didn't know I was going to film this because these cards I got yesterday, but they're so gorgeous and I got a really good feeling from them, so I wanted to share that. So let me end this video. I will film this and put it out there, but I want you to see. Okay, so Spirit and I, we hope and pray that you received what you needed to take, what resonated with you, and leave what didn't. Okay, it's as simple as that. So with that being said, see you in the next video. Thank you.